Hello ladies! So for this video I want to share with you a really powerful exercise that you can do to be kind to your mind. See what I did there? So the exercise that I'm talking about is called a letter of self-compassion, and it's actually one of the exercises that I talk about within my book Self-Love and Spiritual Alchemy, which if you haven't got a copy of yet, I will post a link down below. So the exercise is called a letter of self-compassion, and let me just give you a bit of background to this exercise, because what it is all about, it is designed to help you to be kinder to yourself, so be kind to your mind, by basically just being more mindful about what that internal dialect is saying. So quite often we are our own worst enemies, right? We've got that own inner mean girl that is constantly telling us you're not good enough, or you didn't do that well enough, you should have worked harder. You know, that internal voice that's always telling us to do more, be more, show up more, just constantly talking as if we are not enough as we are, okay? And quite often how we speak to ourselves is completely different how we would ever speak to a loved one, okay? So often when we have conversations with our loved ones, we want them to feel great, right? So we say really kind and encouraging words to help our loved ones feel better, yet we don't do the same sort of service to ourselves, right? It's completely the opposite sometimes when it comes to our own internal dialect. So the self-compassion exercise, I'm actually just gonna read it out from the book, seeing as I've got a copy here. And yeah, okay, so we are our own worst enemies when it comes to our own internal dialect, yet when it comes to addressing others, we can show compassion with ease. Think about the last time someone came to you with a problem, something that they were struggling with or failed at, and they were blaming themselves for it. So maybe you've got an example of, you know, a parent or sister or a friend, and they had this issue and they're like, I really need your advice. You know, I've made a mistake, and they were kind of full of self-hatred and blaming themselves. Think about how you responded to them in that moment. So let's say, for example, a friend comes to you and she tells you that she's been eating terribly, not exercising, and feels really awful about herself and how she's looking. How would you respond? Would you say, yes, you're so lazy, it's so disgusting how you stuff your face with junk food? Or would you be compassionate and speak with kindness, offering some constructive advice? Chances are you'd do the latter. Okay, so let me go into the actual exercise then. So the exercise is basically writing yourself a letter. So I'm going to read the instructions from the book. So the exercise starts with you thinking about something that you often beat yourself up about. So maybe you can't think of anything off the top of your head right now. So if you can't, then for the next day, be really mindful about what you're saying to yourself. Like, where are you kind of talking negatively about yourself? Where are you beating yourself up? Where are you blaming yourself? Where are you saying, oh, you should have done better than that? Make a note of what it is that you're saying to yourself, okay? And then I want you to think about how that actually makes you feel. So does it make you feel angry, frustrated, not good enough? How does that actually make you feel? And then the next thing, I'm going to just read this from the book. Next, I want you to write a letter to your best friend, sharing everything that has come up for you, okay? So get all of your emotions off your chest, letting your friend know exactly what you're struggling with internally right now and how it's making you feel. Next, I want you to read the letter back and imagine that you have actually just received that letter yourself from your friend. So you write the letter as if, first of all, you're writing it about yourself, but then I want you to then read the letter back, but imagining that this is the letter that you've just received from a loved one, okay? And then how does that make you feel? Reading that letter back, how does it make you feel? And I want you to then write a response. So writing back to this friend to give them love, support, compassion. What would you say in that moment to soothe your friend? And then this letter that you then write back to your friend or to your loved one, I want you to then read it back, but read it to yourself knowing that these are the words that you need to read right now. Keep this letter with you, and every time you find your inner critic creeping in, read the letter back to yourself. So that's the letter of self-compassion, and honestly, it is a really simple exercise, but it can be really, really powerful to just silence that inner critic and show some more kindness and compassion to yourself so that you are being kind to your mind. All right, ladies. Well, as I said, my book, Self-Love and Spiritual Alchemy, which is designed to help you strengthen your self-worth, master your mindset, and manifest the life that you desire. That is now available on Amazon, and the link for that is down below. All right, ladies. Well, it was a pleasure connecting with you all, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.